Welcome to Mental Game of Tennis video course. The question, how to stay focused during the match. Here is an interesting stat. 75% of the tennis match, we're not playing. We are actually not running, not hitting balls. You know, in tennis, we go and pick up the balls. Okay, some like pros, they have ball boys, but still it takes time. We walk, we towel, we sit on the changeovers. And 75% of the whole tennis match, actually we do that. Only 25% of the time we play. So let's say if match lasts for 60 minutes, then really we run and hit and sweat only for 15 minutes. How much time we have to spend with ourselves, with our thoughts between the points. And just think of it, how productive our thought process should be in order to be really successful in tennis. In order to be like aware and ready to play your best tennis. It's incredibly important to master that. When we win, it's easier, right? But still, let's say I win a point. What I quickly do, the first reaction is like, yes, come on, that's good. Even sometimes I pumped up, I say to myself, and I'm like, come on, yes, good point. But still, I try to analyze what happened. Maybe I just want a point, but I didn't play as I wanted. Maybe I got a bit lucky. Always analyze what just happened. And then my mind, my thought process goes straight to the next point. I say to myself, come on, next point. And if I'm on serve, I try to think of where I'm going to serve, where I'm going to place my first ball. If I'm returning, it's a bit different. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to remind myself to watch the ball because the serve comes fast and I have to be ready. But you see, I never spend time in thinking about something bad, never. And if I miss, for example, I play a point, I miss, again, silly forehand into the middle of the net. Maybe the first reaction will be something like, oh no. But that's it. It's like a kind of positive, oh no. It's not a negative, oh no. And then I just quickly think, what just happened? Why? Maybe it was wrong shot selection. Maybe I shouldn't have gone down the line. You know, maybe I needed to play an easy shot cross court. Maybe it is just, I don't know, just a bit lazy on my feet or not enough spin. But just trying to understand that so that next time I will not make the same mistake. I will never spend time kicking myself and doing some negative self-talk with my shoulders like this. I will always try to be positive because 75% of time you have to be really aware of that and you have to really take the best possible advantage of that time of positive self-talk. You heard the quotes of those great players. They are all about positivity. And sometimes if you feel like, no, I can't, that's it, it's too much, I don't know, I'm 0-3 down, 0-4 down, 2-5 down, whatever. Some kind of little devil behind my ear goes like, it's so bad, I suck. And just try to remember what was your game plan. Understand if it's you messing up, or it's not you following your game plan strategically, or maybe it's your opponent playing great tennis. Or maybe you need to make some little tweaks in your strategy to try to make your opponent's life difficult. Just try to think about this. Again, strategy. Tennis is a game. You spend this time on trying to outsmart your opponent, on trying to play your A game, your best tennis. I'm not sure if you are more like a person who likes to adapt to the opponent or more of a player who likes to play and focus on your own strength. Anyway, just focus on the strategy. That's the key. It's interesting, and trust your instincts. Trust your strokes. Trust your fitness. You're ready to go. You're good to go. Just trust your instincts, your muscle memory, your instincts. They pick up tennis very fast. Sometimes it's like walking. Think about how you breathe. Think about how you blink with your eyes. And you can stuff that up too if you overthink it. The same goes with your tennis. Just literally trust it. Trust your instincts. And let it happen and focus on the strategy. Make game fun. On average, best of 3. There are around 100 to 150 points played. In tennis, there is no whistle. It's just when the match is over, when it's over, when the last point is played. So this is a really, it's a gift for us as tennis players, because we have so many opportunities to make things better, to turn things around. If you forget everything what we are talking in this video course, then please remember the one thing, I think the key in tennis. It's focusing on 1 point at a time, playing point by point, point by point. Point is like a new page in a book. And that's all we need to focus on. 1 point ends, refocus, next point begins. It's like I told you the story how I lost in National Championships final to this 15-year-old. He managed to focus on one sole point. He turned the match around and he won match. He won a whole championship. In a match where I got my first ATP ranking point, my opponent was 5-3 up, 40-15 up on serve, on extremely fast indoor carpet court in Estonia. He had 2 set points on his own serve. I managed to break him back, to save those set points, and win 7-5, 6-1, and get that ranking point. You see how it happens? It's just maybe, I just lose this first set point. He just converts that set point, just has a lot of confidence and just rolls over me and wins the match. You never know. But I just kept going point by point, and I really achieved my goal of getting into that ATP ranking. And you see, it wasn't an easy way. It took 13 years. 13 years. It took many losses. It took many painful losses. Accept that you will lose points in tennis. From year 2001 up till now, number 1 players of the world, they win only 55% of all points played. It means that even Djokovic, in his most dominant years, he has won only 55% of the all points played. It means he loses 45% of points played. It means he loses every second point. He just wins the most important points. He wins points when it matters the most. And sometimes, like kids and recreational players, they come to the match and they think, that's it. I'm not going to lose a point again, ever. I will win everything. Most likely, if you play an equal opponent, it's not going to happen, because your opponent is good. I mean, he serves well, he attacks you, and the tennis is the game of like little details, and you may miss, and it's normal to lose a point. Imagine if like world's best players lose almost every second point, then maybe don't make such a big deal of losing a point. Play point by point, stay positive. If you lose point, fine. Remember this stat. Get over it. And next point. And with a positive mindset on that big point, on that important point, you'll probably be the lucky one, the winner. This is a great quote from the great Rafael Nadal. He said, I play each point like my life depends on it. Each point can be a turning point. Exactly. And I think Rafa is the best in this, because when you look at his face, you can never tell the score. You can never tell whether he's up in the score, whether he's down in the score. He's just perfect. He's always focused. I've seen matches where he's like 0-5 down. Trust me or not, yes, but it has happened. You can YouTube it and see it has happened, but you can never tell difference in his face, in his body language. He's the same, 5-0 up, 0-5 down. Rafa is just focusing on 1 point at a time. So please, the main lesson in whole this course, tennis, a lot of this, there's a gift for us. So many opportunities, so many points played. Just focus on 1 point at a time, just like Rafael Nadal.